Come da può capire chi ti va bene, se tu la parla miezza americano, quando si fa l'amore sotto la luna, come da bene in capo di I love you, papà l'americano. Papà l'americano. Papà l'americano. Come da può capire chi ti
So here I come up with the risk management strategy. Implementing risk management in a project requires 5 key elements, namely risk context, risk identification, risk evaluation, risk mitigation, and risk monitoring. To start with, we'll look into the risk context. Risk context primarily ensures the identification of internal and external criteria for managing the risk. It mainly considers social, political, environmental, and technical factors. These factors include both internal and external specifications of an organization to identify the boundaries on the risk management. The next step is risk identification. While identifying risk, we need to consider all the uncertainties which could occur in the project specification. Risk identification follows brainstorming, that is, identifying steps to solve a particular problem. Risk breakdown structure, pictorial representation of identified risk in a hierarchical structure. Risk profile. The risk profile includes the probability of resulting adverse effects and an outline of the potential cost and level of disruption of each risk. Once the risks are identified, they need to be evaluated. Risks are assessed based on qualitative and quantitative analysis. Qualitative analysis. It depicts the likelihood and severity of risk, whether it yields high, medium, or low profile. This chart depicts the likelihood of a risk and its impact on the project, which is ranged from low to high. Quantitative analysis. It depicts statistical data created based on the risk profile, that is, based on the risk rankings. It further helps in simulating the complex models to analyze what it observed virtually. This helps in risk assessment of the project. Once risk evaluation is done, we need to identify the risk treatment plans, that is mitigation steps. We would end up implementing the identified plans to reduce the uncertainties that we may probably encounter. A risk treatment plan ensures to avoid risk, reduce the consequences, and reduce risk level. It can also eliminate the source of a particular risk. The plan is implemented based on the risk profile. The last step is risk monitoring, where continuous monitoring will make sure our actions are effectively managing the risk and help to integrate risk management into day-to-day operation. The process is, however, cyclic. When a new risk is identified, it leads us back to the first step of risk management process, and hence the process continues. These are the 5 main stages to consider while implementing risk management strategies.
Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a